philosophically, you don't pressure the ball. It gives you an extra guy. Did you have any idea what they might run? Because your guys look like...
We knew exactly what they were going to run. Our defense was set. Tommy did a good job of scouting them and understanding what they were going to do, and we had our defense set to cover it.
Yeah. And you didn't pressure the ball. Patrick, I said to him he must have played DB at some point because he really closed on that ball to make the steal.
He was in the zone because Kyle was supposed to be on the ball. I got to look at the play again, but Kyle was on the ball because he had 5 fouls, and we were going to take a foul if he got it in. But and we didn't want to waste him. Usually we put our big man on the ball, and then we have a special coverage that we have for that type of lineup.
And you went right away. When the pass was made, it's a break situation.
Chance to, in that situation we had a 20 to go, but in a scramble situation we had numbers. Kyle had about 2 options or 3 options to throw it to, and they made the right play at the end.
Kyle was enraged after that call. How did you get him to calm down and concentrate?
We had a lot of game left, and he did a good job of composing himself. It's a tough call. Block charge call is one of the toughest calls in the league, and it's one of those calls that could go either way. And but Kyle got his composure back and came back in and got under control and finished the game for us.
On John's basket that brought you to within 1. That was a design play call. Was there ever thought maybe to take a 3 or just the first good shot?
First good shot. We was trying to go for a quick shot. Right. We needed quick. 17 seconds, a lot of time left. We had another timeout to go, so we wanted to make sure we got to the rim and get a quick 2 first.
It'll take a team effort to make up for DeMar's absence. 5 players in double figures.
It takes a whole village to win the game, and we did. We knew that, and one guy, Kyle, tried to and don't by himself, but it took everybody tonight, and everybody that stepped on the court contributed.
You talk about JV's play tonight down low. He was against Garnett too.
Against one of the best defenders. Our coach Kevin, he's one of the best defenders there is in the game, even at his advanced age. But he knows how to play the game within the game. But Jonas took his time, took what the game gave him, and really did a good job and composed himself once he got the ball in low post. But again, his length was huge, his bounce, his spring was huge on the offensive boards. He had 13 rebounds, which was big for us.
I don't want to say swagger because I know he doesn't like that, but showing some positive emotion tonight.
Yeah, make sure he gets back on defense. That's my main thing. All that jumping up and down doesn't mean anything if you don't get back on defense. But again, he played with confidence and played with what you call swagger, Josh. But make sure he gets back because they were in the first quarter they were getting layups on us because we were probably hanging on the rim a little bit too long.
Patrick did a nice job. He took the mask off partway through, but I mean,
probably not to his advantage. Not very smart, but he missed that 3, but he got back in, got the steal at the end of the game. Again, next play. You can't fret about the missed 3. He came back in, made the next play, and did a good job. Everybody that played tonight came in and contributed. Steve Novak hadn't played in a while. Started, came in, and he didn't score a point, but spacing was there because of the respect he has in the league.
When you say 10-0 against the NBA, 0-2 against you in the month of January, it's got to be a statement game.
No, it's not. It's too early for statement games to call. I mean, it was a division game. Our guys fought, scrapped, won the game. It's too early for statement games. We just got to keep our nose to the grind because the NBA is very fickle. If you don't respect it, if you don't stay with the grind, it'll turn around and bite you in the you know what. So we got to stay poised, stay with the process. The words that you don't like, but we got to make sure we keep our nose to the grind and keep working.
The decision to start Steve, at least in part, to keep that second unit together.
That's what we had to do. I mean, and hopefully we get DeMar back. We missed him tonight, but we wanted to keep the second unit intact. We knew their second unit was very lethal when they come in with Darren Williams, and so we tried to match their second unit, and Steve did a good job of buying some time for John.
You spoke about Terrence not forcing anything in a game after the one he had the other day.
It's the most difficult thing to do because you want to play so well, and I just told him before the game, let the game come to him, and he did what he had to do, but defensively he had a good job of defending, using his length. Didn't really force it. Had maybe a couple of force shots, but after I expected that. But again, he's growing up, and he and JV both are good for us.
Evaluate his defense against Joe Johnson. I mean, same height, but he gives away 40 pounds.
Oh, Joe is a handful. I mean, everybody talks about how big LeBron is. Yeah. Joe Johnson is just as big and just as lethal. And young fella held his own and learned how to use his strength, his forearm, use leverage to hold him up in the post.
You wouldn't call us the biggest win of the year?
No, again, we got too much basketball. What, 40 games, 39 games to go? We got a lot of basketball to go, and I've been in this too long to get too happy on the farm or call a game too big of a game. We got bigger fish to fry.